Blockers on today. No, I got my hater blockers on. You gotta have it. Tuna, what up? All right, what's up to everybody? That's 8:05. Let's see if we can get up out of here in like 30 to 45 minutes or something like that. I gotta get up out of here. I got stuff to do. I said I was gonna go live. I'm live, but I will not be going live over the weekend because prior obligations. But I kept my word. I'm live. And I'll be here for maybe 30 minutes or something like that. Yo, let's talk about it. I got the hater blockers on right now because, anybody that didn't listen to me yesterday, well, for those that didn't listen yesterday, who listened yesterday? Just who? Just who? That's what I want to know. Just who? All right, let's see what we got going on here. Let me see something real quick. I'll turn my camera around. I'll engage y'all in the comments here in a second. Trust me. Just gotta do something real quick here. Yeah, this is not nice. Okay. Somebody said, "What you doing with XRP?" I'm not doing anything with it. Trading it and holding it on my Tangent wallets. Trading it and holding it on my Tangent wallet. So that's what I'm doing with XRP. Gemini, yeah. I just did a video. It's crazy because I'm gonna post it on my timeline. It's coming. When I get off this live and stuff, I'll post it on my timeline. But yeah, for sure. You just gotta love crypto. It just keeps growing. I told everybody that it would do that, and it's crazy right now, man. People better get ready. They absolutely better get ready. Okay, look. What do you think about BTC on base? I don't. Not at all. I don't think about BTC on base. How about Forum Coins? Don't know what that is. Sarah, don't make me take out my kneecaps. I'm not sure what Ed just said with Sarah there. Thank you for near protocol. Yep. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Hey, how y'all doing? Everybody saying, hey, what did you say yesterday? It's not what I said. I showed everybody that I was in long positions, and I told everybody that, they should have positions. I pretty much begged them to have those positions and stuff. But, I can't give financial advice. I can only just make recommendations, and you know what I mean? But today, yeah. Today is the beginning of something that, is on the way. Let's see what else we got here. Somebody said, me too. What's going on, Harvinzilla? Can we cover Chainlink? Yeah, guys, I'm just gonna show you the stuff that I was in yesterday that I showed everybody, and I told everybody it's gonna grow. And so I did some screenshots here just so we can see that, when I'm saying these things or whatever, people can get an idea of them. Whew. Well, let me look at it. I'm gonna turn my camera around here in a minute. This is bad. This is gonna be bad for somebody. All right, let's just do these real quick. Let's do these two things here. Coinbase. Where was you at, Coinbase? Man, we're about to look at all this stuff. Coinbase was sitting at already starting to move up. Okay, cool. Let's do these two screenshots right here, because these are the ones that are most important for me, I guess. I took some screenshots, and I'm gonna show them to y'all. What time did I take these screenshots? 11 p.m. last night. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. So I'm a Mac user, right? And when you screenshot something on the Mac, it gives you I'm a Mac user, right? And when you screenshot something on the Mac, it gives you the date, the time. Look, it gives you the year, the month, the day, and it gives you the time. So you can see here that these two screenshots were done back to back. Positions that I was in, look at them. See it? Unrealized loss of about $1,000, almost 1,100. And positions that I was in, look at them. See it? Unrealized loss of about $1,000, almost 1,100. And these 13 positions here, down 490 here, 51 to 288. So this was only about $1,300. All right. So we'll see an update here in a minute. You're gonna find out, how not to be emotional when it comes to trading and putting positions in and trusting the charts. When you learn how to chart with my course, you just trust the charts, and you put your stop losses in. So let's just go ahead and look at these portfolios real quick. How many people got here? About 700? No, that ain't enough. We need 1,000 people on here. I need to show. I'll show we get 1,000 on here. Somebody said connection is bad. What? Is it? The connection is bad? Sorry, but we're doing a lot of stuff right now because I'm doing some stuff in the background and all that. So sorry. Is the connection bad? Somebody said nah. It was, but it's good now. Okay. What was this? What can Chainlink do? I told everybody Chainlink $100 to $200 in this cycle. That's what I'm on record for saying. What suggestion do you have for the sandbox to invest in now? What suggestion do you have for the sandbox to invest in now? For the sandbox? I don't understand the question, because there's an asset called Sandbox, which I own a couple thousand of. But if you just grab my crypto cheat guide, that you'll be totally fine. There's stuff in there for sure. Somebody said it's better now. Cool. When is the bull run starting? We've been in a bull run since January of 2023. Right? You're waiting on the parabolic phase of the bull run, and we'll see if that happens. If the federal government comes in and cuts rates, we'll see what happens with the market from that. But we've been in a bull run since January of 2023. That's a fact. If you read my crypto cheat guide, it'll tell you that. Banker, any good? I think it will 100x. Hoping for any 100x's from this point of the cycle is, you shouldn't be doing that, right? We're in the fourth year of this cycle, right? The bottom of the bear market was November, December of 2022. It's 2020. It's September of 2025. You shouldn't be hoping for any 100x's right now. You should focus on good, sound, quality projects that are going to have liquidity, right, that are going to have volume inside of them so that they can pump and do somewhere between 3 and 10 X's. Some of them will do 15 to 25, but you shouldn't be hoping for any 100 X's. That's just, it's not a good idea. Let's go ahead and look at these accounts. How many got? We got 80. We almost there. I'm going to show you the positions that I'm in. I'm going to show these positions and how they look now from yesterday, but I need at least 1,000 people here. God, what's going on? All right, we'll just wait. A lot of people getting notified. What do you think about PYR? Traded PYR 2 years ago, made a lot of money with that. I haven't looked at it since Vulcan Forge. I haven't looked at Vulcan Forge in a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a long time. The market cap is like $26 million. Market cap, so it's got some room to run if it catches fire inside of that, that gaming type of ecosystem. But we made a lot of money with it about 2 years ago. I haven't been paying attention to it since. Somebody said I don't get notifications, sir. TikTok be wilding out. I can't. I don't control the platform. They be tripping. Somebody said people watching the Packers game. Nah, you know what I'm saying. Who watches Packers? Not just that could be true. I mean, it's football season, guys. So that could have a little bit to do with it. But we climbing up there. There it is, 1,000. All right, so got 1,000 people on here now. So let's go ahead and for those of you who was on the live yesterday, when I was showing you that I opened up long positions and I told you those would do well. And anybody who was on the live yesterday? Let me see a show of hands. Well, not just say me. That's good. Okay, cool. All right. So for those of you who were on yesterday, let's look at these and let's just see where they are. Let's see how they're performing. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the fact that the total 3 is definitely running. All right. Let's go here to like a 1 hour chart and see what's going on. Yeah. So today is the 11th, and so here is the 10th, right? Look, so that's the 9th. We're trying to click over to the 10th right there. So there you can see. So see there? The 10th at 12 a.m. So what we want to do is we want to find out how many billions of dollars came in flying into the market since then. So right there. From there to where we are right now. So $29 billion, hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions, 29 billion has came flying into these altcoins. Is that true? Let's look at the top 100. Today, top 100 cryptos, they look like this. All right. And so this is just starting, right? So let's go ahead and look at these portfolios. Let's see where we at with it. Here, switch account. I'm in the current account. So we're going to look at majority of these, but in this account right here, so let's just slide down and see what these things look like. The 8 positions over here. I'm down $80 on this one right here. Boo. But these are doing well, right? The rest of these are doing well. Look at that Bitcoin position. It's up about $1,400. So this is currently up like $1,950, give or take. So $10,000 worth of positions. I'm up about, that's roughly 2 G's in that account. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Okay, so there's that. Let's go in here and switch accounts. And let's look at short term real quick. So now we're clicking on short term. Let's slide down here. There is 13 positions over here, right? To which I showed you. Where is it at? I got to go back over and show it. Where is that? Dang it. Let me go back over here. Hold on. Where was it? Yeah, here we go. So these 13 positions right here, I was only up about $1,368 when I made this screenshot yesterday at 11 o'clock. So let's see where we are now. Yeah, those 13 positions now, I'm up about 7 G's. Look, yesterday, those 13 positions, I was only up about $1,300 yesterday at 11 o'clock. Today, I'm up about 7 grand. Same 13 positions, guys. See it? Here they are. Right? So you can see that those are doing well. 1,100, 15, 1,000, 1,200, 5. You get the idea. So these are doing well. I'm that dog. You got to catch up, bro. You out here making me look bad. Don't look at dog. You got to catch up, bro. What are you doing? You got so okay. About 7 G's on that. Okay, cool. Let's go over here and let's skip around here. Let's go here to the scalping account. Let's click on the scalping account. Slide down here. We got 13 positions open over here. We got some big plays over here. 15x on this Ethereum's 900, 300 something. This is up about 4,200. 43. Give me some change. Okay. All right. So there we go. These are starting to Pingu making me look bad over here, dog. Remember, this is a scalping account, so I won't be in these trades long. I'll just snatch this money out to go build my other stuff up. But I'll snatch it out maybe when I'm about 10 grand up. I'll shut these down and go scale up the rest of my other trades. But this is free money for the most part. I'll scale this up. I'll wait for this to hit about 10 G's and then I'll close it down. Use it as a scaling mechanism. Let's go over here as click on those. So that was the scalping account right there. Let's click on long term real quick. Click on that. Let's see where we at on this. Long term, got this H, but these are the ones that I started scaling up. So you can see on this ETH, I'm up about 6 G's on this one, 2 G's. So I'm up about 10 grand over here on this. These are facts. These real numbers. So here's the thing. When I go live and I spend 2 or 3 hours and I'm actively sharing my charts with people and I'm showing people my positions and saying, hey, I'm not just talking. My money is where my mouth is. I'm actually actively trading. I'm not just some guy who's just talking. I really mean this stuff. Like I don't know what else to tell people. There ain't a lot of people that go in here and just show you that they know how to do this. I don't just sell a course. I have a course. It works. I show people how this stuff works live. I share positions, right? Somebody said, real numbers on a demo account. This is funny. I love when people say that. He said, real numbers on a demo account. Hey guys, look, you see this? Here's what happens when I switch account here. I have to go to my main account. Pay attention. Main account. I have to go here and click demo. These are live accounts. If you want me to be in a demo account, I have to click demo. Pay attention. I'm clicking demo now. And you'll see over here in demo, there's one demo trade over here that I set for everybody, which is up about $450. It says demo up here. Now, when I go here and click on live trading, I'm talking directly to you. Clicking on live trading, these are live trades. This is not a demo account, my boy. Don't say demo up there, right? When I click on this and I switch accounts, look, when I switch accounts and I click on this long-term account, right? This is not demo. This is a live account. These are live numbers. This is a live account. Go to your Blowfin account and see for yourself. These are live accounts, my boy. These are not demos. These are live, right? You see that? Short term. Look, when I click on it, there doesn't say demo up there, my guy. You can't even get into a demo account with this. This is $49,000 real money. This is not play money. This is real money, sir. Why they be trying me? Hey, listen, that's why I got these on today. I put the hater blockers on today because I already saw it coming. When you show people that you are really successful and you really know how to do this, you got to have these on. The haters will be coming for sure. All right, let's answer some more stuff. All right, let's get them. Let's talk about it. Let's answer the question. Let's see where we at right now. Let's go here to the charts and let's see why this stuff is happening. All right. We don't have time for anybody. Matter of fact, for the trolls, for the rest of this live, here, talk to my mans, okay? For everybody else that's trolling after this, we have a resident troll. His name Bingo, and Bingo is standing 8 toes down, so he got you from here. Everybody else, we just gonna move forward with what we got to do. For everybody that is a hater and a troll, just deal with Bingo here, okay? we don't have time for that, right, Bingo? Shut him down, man. All right, let's see what else we got. Okay, bro, what do you think about Cronos is a fantastic project. They spent about $700 million to take over the naming rights of the Staples Center. It's now called the Crypto.com Arena, and Crypto.com Cronos is the native token for that exchange. It's a fantastic project. I've been telling people for a couple years now, people that's been following me, they'll tell you, I told everybody that they should have Cronos because it was part of an exchange, and exchanges are going to bring in onboard people. And when you spend $700 million to tell the world that you are serious about crypto and you slap your name on the most iconic NBA franchise in the world, like, it just makes sense. It just makes sense to own it. I told people that years ago. All right, somebody said, I was on your last what? What was it? It was in your last ebook. Yeah, it's just not in my last ebook. It's in this one as well. You know? All right, so, but yeah, it's right here. Look, it's in this ebook. Look, it's Cronos right there. You know what I mean? That ebook is fire. You should check it out for sure. What about open? Is it too late to get in? Guys, let me show you something, because and anybody that's asking me like, hey, like, is it too late to get in or whatever? Here's what you should do. If you don't have my course, you're just gonna miss a lot of this stuff. But here's what you need to pay attention to. Here's what a lot of people are not. They're not paying attention to this at all. If you look at this, let me turn my camera around so we can see it. Please pay attention, please, please, please. Right? You see this? This is the total 3, okay, which controls like 90-some% of altcoins for sure. It broke out of this descending channel. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a bullish thing. This is a bull flag, and it broke out, right? It broke out. And so from that breakout, look, from the breakout, which is here to where we are right now, about, close to $80 billion has came flying into these altcoins. Now, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. I'm just telling you, look, this was a descending channel. The total 3 market cap, which is the market cap that excludes Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that means like all the rest of the altcoins, almost $80 billion has came flying into altcoins since this thing broke out. Anybody that hasn't been paying attention or watching me or whatever, you're $80 billion behind money coming into these things. It's not over. Like, is that an accurate statement? If we're going to be accurate, 78,628,1,291,000, right? Almost $100 billion. I keep going up. Almost close to $100 billion has came flying into these altcoins. Jeez, this is a sub 8% move. Have you seen real moves and what they? Let me show you a real move. Let me show you a real move when stuff breaks out. Look at this breakout. This has only been about 8%, like sub 8%. But you see this channel and that breakout right there? Look at this one. You see this one? See that? Right? Look at this breakout right here. Pay attention. Look, from here to up here, right, was a 34% move, but count the money. Hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions, $277 billion. See, this was a down channel and it broke out of that channel. This was a down channel and it broke out. This was a down channel and it broke out. Like, you understand, these breakouts are serious business when it comes to this. It's serious. It's something that you must take seriously for real. So I'm loving it. I'm up. And I gave everybody an opportunity to be up. This thing is steady growing. What? This thing is steady growing. Oh my gosh. Wasn't it just 7? It was just 7. It's not 7 no more. It was just, look, this thing is steady growing. Look. It was just 7, so, but not anymore. All right. For those that was listening yesterday, they are into the money for sure. It's been going sideways for 2 weeks now. Somebody said it's been going sideways for 2 weeks now. No. Whoever said that it's been going sideways for 2 weeks, I disagree in front of everybody. I disagree. Nope. 2 weeks is 14 days, yeah? If we're talking about the market, let me just show you. If we're talking about the market, okay, I'm going to take this measuring tool because I like to be accurate. If I go here and I go back 14 days, that puts me here. That's not sideways. This is a down channel. And so when I say that I disagree, I'm only saying that because for the last 24 days, we have been moving in a down channel. There's no arguing here. This is a high, this is a lower high, this is a lower high, and that's the breakout. Lower highs and lower lows creates a downward spiral. And that's been happening for about 24 days. And now you're going up because this was a high and it broke this. Look, right here, look. This was a high and we broke it. This was a high and we broke that. This was a high, we broke that. This, and look right here. What do you see now? Look at that. That was the last high before this down channel. We broke out and we've now created a higher high over this one. This is very bullish. I'm telling you, I'm keeping it so everybody can understand what's going on here. Let me Command Z this and get rid of those. Does everybody understand what I'm saying to you? Right? If this is the total 3, which controls 90-something% of these altcoins, and I'm telling you that in the last 24 days, it was going down, and now it has broke this high, this high, this high, and now has broken this high. Do you think it's bullish is what I'm asking you. The answer to that question is yes. Just shake your head yes, because the answer to that question is yes. Right? And just like I explained to everybody about this being a bull flag, right here, look, this is the pole right here. This is the flag pole, and this is the flag. Remember that? It's just going up according to what I was saying. So if anybody wasn't here yesterday, let me just show it to you. If you never looked at a bull flag, right, and the charts before, go to Google and type in bull flag. You will see this. You will see a flagpole, meaning the market shoots up like this, and then it finds itself in a flag pattern going down like this. Boom, 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 boom. And then it breaks. This is called the breakout. See it? Now, you have several examples of how that looks. Pole, flag, boom, right? Breakout. Does it look familiar here? I'm just asking. Does it look familiar? You know the crazy thing about this is this right here. This is your flagpole right here, right? And when that breaks out, it looks like this. Somebody say, oh, I ain't even really, look, see? There's a lot more room here. Now, see, look, this is your flagpole in the breakout. Look, I'm just showing it to you right here so you can see it. There's your flagpole. When it breaks out, it's normally the length of the pole on the breakout. You could go here and see all the examples. Just go to Google and look at it for yourself. I don't teach charting. But see that? That's a copy of your flagpole, and that's your breakout right there. You see it now? Ding, 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 ding. If you're not in position, you're going to miss a lot more stuff to the upside is what I'm trying to say to you. Somebody say, I got it. So there's a course that shows me how this stuff works because I can't be missing this. You got a course. Where's the course? Course is in my bio. I'm serious. Being new to crypto and out of curiosity, does your course help with the platforms to use? To use like you? 100%. 100%. Everything that I show on my lives is in my course for sure. Like to a greater detail, and you can watch it. You can watch as many times as you want to. Let's go here. That's a great question. I'm gonna do this for the person that asked me, hey, does it teach me like the stuff that you like this stuff? Yeah, let's go and look at it for ourselves. I'm gonna go to product, go to course. I do this every now and then in my lives. I should do it more often because it's really powerful. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go here. I'm also gonna click on this. We're gonna do two things. Check this out. The answer to your question: does my course teach you as a beginner or intermediate to help you sharpen your tools and stuff like that, and sharpen your skills up? Watch. I'm gonna flip my camera around. Here we go. Flip camera. Right, here's the back end. I'm on the back end of it now. So look, your module 1 and stuff like that. Look, it's talking to you right here. Custom EMAs, EMA. And look, small, medium, long-term positions, understanding candlesticks, understanding support and resistance, trend lines, Fibonacci setups, macro. Look, Fibonacci set. All this stuff is here. Right? Look, advanced stuff over here, assets, futures, spot, trade windows, isolation, leverage, explain, market and limit orders, stop loss, taking profits, trade execution, $100,000 trading strategy. It's all in there. But how do I know that anybody's even grabbing it or whatever? Well, here's a product progress for my course, and there's a bunch of names over there, hundreds of them, okay? And you can see here, product progress. If I click over this, it'll show you the progress of everybody who's taking the course. Some people tell you some bullshit, but I just show you the numbers. Data is more powerful than anything. If you're wondering if people are taking my course and they're taking it serious after they pay for it and they're completing it, the answer to that question is absolutely yes. You see that there is way more bars over there to the right. Look, we just go here and just see it. Look, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. You get the idea. And so there, see that little thing there? There is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people over here who are learning how to trade and making serious money. And by the way, if you think that they just took it and just looked at it once, here's your logins. I also track the logins. Look at the amount of times they have been logging into their account to go back and rewatch these videos and learn everything. They keep logging in and learning more and more and more. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. Someone who tracks data is serious. Not only do I track data like this, but I also track data for the people that I'm teaching how to extract this money, right? It's the most powerful thing you can do is track your data and have your information available to anyone who tests you. It's right. It's serious. You got to be able to do that. It's important. It's important. So the answer to that question is yes. It's a great course. It will teach you as a beginner. It will teach you as intermediate to sharpen your tools up. You can extract money out of here. Now, that's one thing. If you've been paying attention to everything that I'm showing you, you can clearly see here that not only am I, the creator of the course, but when days like this happen and weeks like this happen and months like this happen, we're extracting this money out of the market, right? And so I'm showing people that I'm actively trading. I show them how I get into my positions and stuff like that. And I even show them the gains. There's $6,500 over here. This is now at $70,000, right? That's a real $70,000. By the way, for the person that said demo, here's what you need to know why this is not a demo account. Pay attention. In the demo account for this exchange, they only give you $50,000. So that is one other thing you should know. That's not a demo account. That's a real 70,000. So we go here and we look at the rest of this stuff, like this short term. You go up in here and you'll see that over here it's 51, so $9,700 in profit over here. And this is going to run a little bit harder and faster because I got some big positions over here. I got a $70,000, almost $80,000 position on Bitcoin. My ETH position should be pretty large too. Do I got ETH over here? Yeah. I got about a $60,000 position on Ethereum on the 15X. Yeah, this is going to fly. This will work. I like this. This is going to be great. So these things are rocking. Dog has to catch up. Come on, dog. Literally work. I like this. This is going to be great. So these things are rocking. Dog has to catch up. Come on, dog. Literally, like, come on, dog. Come on, dog. Catch up, man. So I'm the real deal. I'm actually an actual real trader. So my course is not fugazi bullshit that just was put together. We're using this stuff for real. Do you think it's a good time to sell done Tesla stock? Do you think it's a good time to sell done Tesla stock? I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't give you financial advice on that. But let me tell you what I'm doing with my Tesla stock. I have a lot of it, and I'm actively buying more. I just dollar cost average into Tesla. By the year 2030, Tesla is probably going to be around $2,000. I know some of y'all gonna be like, stop, 2,000 is because you haven't done your research. You haven't done your due diligence. You think Tesla is a damn car company. It's not a car company. It is a tech company. Okay. And the guy who owns that tech company is also someone who owns Twitter, X. Well, what the hell does X have to do with anything? X doesn't have any parameters for what you can say or put on it, which means it is unfiltered, which means he owns Grok 4. And Grok 4 is a very powerful artificial intelligence and will be powered by the information that is unfiltered on. Listen, this guy has millions and millions of miles and literally years and years of data for every single road. His cars are robots. This data is going to go in those cars. Yeah, $2,000. That's all I'm gonna say to you. I'm not financial. I wouldn't be selling no Tesla stock. Are you fucking kidding me? Nah, I'm not a financial advisor though. Take what you will from that information and do a little bit more research and understand you should not be selling Tesla stock. Let's see what we got here. Show about Blowfin funding. I don't understand what you mean when you say show about Blowfin funding. I don't understand that, Z-Man. How should we prepare for FOMC meeting? You should have some positions in the market, like myself and some of my students that have my course. We have positions in the market right now. We have stop losses. I'm up significantly at this particular point, so my stop losses the worst thing that can happen to me is the market gets super volatile and I make about 30 or 40 grand here. Tell me if that's true or not. Somebody tell me if that's true. Right? I have stop losses now on my stuff. I'm up significantly. And so the worst thing that can happen is the market starts pre-running the FOMC meeting and I continue to move my stop losses up to protect my gains. And, if I get stopped out, I get stopped out at like $35,000 or something like that. If that happens, right? Worst thing that can happen to me. Like, I feel so bad. I feel so bad that like, damn, I feel bad about that. Let's see what else we got here. Sarah's muted Soldier something for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Soldier 77.8. Not sure why he got muted for 5 minutes, but the moderator is pretty fair. So let's see if we can tighten it up. And whatever, if you was asking a question or something like that, you know what I'm saying, just come back and let's see if we can get that answer for you and see if I can help you out or something like that. But if it was spam, I didn't see it because I can't. It's too much stuff going on in the dang comments. Could you please chart Aether, right? Aether. Not, yeah, I have. Like somebody wants to chart Aether right quick, right? So you want to look at it. It's one of those. Watch this. Before I turn my chart around, before I turn my camera around, show you Aether, right? Okay. Who was following me when I gave you that particular asset and said, "Yo"? Who? Watch this. Who was following? Who's seen the content when I was telling you about that particular thing? Zal said me for sure. Zal Bio was like, yeah, I definitely was. Yeah, a lot of people saying low, like Leroy, like people, Jacob, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of folks, like Muslim, yeah, right? Like, yeah, for real. So let's look at it. This thing has, when it runs, doesn't it? For those of you who don't see it, look. When it runs, it runs. When this thing runs, it runs, man. Right? Here's what y'all should be looking at right now. I'm just looking at it right away. You're waiting for it to break this. You're waiting for look at the number right here. You want to, for the person that asked me about charting Aether, look. That's the number that you wanted to break right there. See, this is a nice little run up right here, but you needed to break this to create a real high for this. It's broke these highs here. That was great. This was the last low and this was the high. So breaking this right here, it makes it bullish. But if you want it to be really bullish, you really wanted to break this right here. Okay, that's what I would want to see. But it's already over the 50% level. I can see that. Look, this is look at this is your major macro high right there. Right there, you see it? This is your macro low right here. Check it. Look at your 50% level. You think it's an accident that this tapped this perfectly? I've been explaining this to people for a long time now. Like, let's look here into this so we can really see it. Look. Do you think it's an accident that when it started running up, that it had found support right here at this green line? Look, that's the very top. That's the very bottom. So swing high to swing low. I have a proper Fibonacci going up. And look, as it starts pushing up here, this right here couldn't get up here to get it past it. Comes back down, rallies up. Do you see how it perfectly right here finds support? Look, this candle and this candle are support candles. This is called a break and retest on the 50% level. This is not a game, right? I'm just going to keep on hammering that into people's head that's been following me, because if you ignore that stuff right there, I'm telling you, it's a bad thing to do. That 50% level is serious business. Somebody said it's not lagging. Stop. I don't know. Maybe somebody is. I don't know. Maybe TikTok is lagging some people around. I don't know. Is it lagging some people? I don't know, Sarah. Could be. Or maybe not. I don't know. How to fund Blowfin trading account. You fund your Blowfin trading account by putting some money inside of your. I'm gonna run past this real fast, because I'm not gonna do it detailed, because I've done it detailed before. But what you do is you go right to your Coinbase account, or whatever your on-ramping exchange is, whatever centralized exchange it is. Most people is Coinbase, right? You go and you turn your fiat currency from your bank and you buy USDC. Not Tether, USDC. You buy USDC, okay? Once you have your USDC in your centralized account, you go to Blowfin and you say, I want to deposit. And you click on deposit in your funding account. Click deposit. What are you depositing? USDC. And you want to deposit it from the ERC20, which is the Ethereum blockchain. So Ethereum blockchain, ERC20, and you grab the code. It's going to give you a link, right? Your transaction number, right? You give that string of numbers, copy it, go to your Coinbase account, and you're going to send the USDC to Blowfin. That's it. In Coinbase, you say, I want to send. What address do you want to send to? This address from my Blowfin account. And so when you send it, that USDC is going to go to Blowfin and it's going to go to your funding account. So your USDC is going to be sitting in funding. You click on funding, there's a transfer button. You want to transfer it from funding to your spot account, right? Once it's in spot, you go into spot and you type in USDC up under your assets. You will see USDT/USDC. What you're going to do is sell the USDC for USDT. It's a 1-to-1. You're going to pay minimal fees for this, okay? Meaning when you buy the USDC, minimal fees. When you send it over to your exchange, minimal fees. When you sell it for USDT, minimal fees. You will keep majority of your capital. Now you have USDT in spot. Hit the trade, right? You say, where are you going? Transfer a button back to your funding account. Or if you want to transfer it over to your actual trading account, use USDTM or whatever, and that's fine. You're done. You got it over there. Somebody say, yeah, that's true. That's how it works. That's how it works. Somebody said, your prediction for the end of September. Nobody can give you that. Nobody on the planet Earth can give you that, right? In 6 days, right, Jerome Powell is going to show up on a TV, and he is going to talk about whether he is doing rate cuts or not. And depending on how he sounds, if he's dovish, Jerome Powell is going to show up on a TV, and he is going to talk about whether he is doing rate cuts or not. And depending on how he sounds, if he's dovish or if he's hawkish. If he's being very, very hawkish and he's saying, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 then the market is going to pull back. But if he's super dovish and he's saying, we're going to do rate cut and, 25 or 50 basis points or whatever he's going to say, the market is going to probably rally. So, but no one can tell you where the market is going by the end of September. That is just, we don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody can even predict that at all. What you should do is you should be prepared. I told people this yesterday, right? I told people this. Hold on for 1 second. 1 second. Here, 1 second. Give me a second here. I got it, Sarah. This is crazy. These fake accounts up in here. Boy, y'all gonna hate when I go behind the paywall. All right. So listen, we don't know. How do you pick the coins to trade in crypto bubbles after analyzing the total 3? Somebody said, how do you pick the coins to trade in the crypto bubbles? You should read my crypto cheat guide. You don't have to find out which ones to pick. It's in my crypto cheat guide to start you off 100%. 100%. If you're just looking for dope cryptos to let me prove it, right? Because like a $27 investment in yourself can make you an insane amount of money. I'm going to prove this to everybody right now, because one thing about doing things like this, check it out. Okay, so watch this. I'm going to pull my calculator out just to make sure. Oh my gosh, is this? I was pulling my calculator out and I looked at this thing is moving up, guys. It's at 12.5 now. But that's not what I was trying to do. Okay, we're going over here to show something different. Okay, back to this. This is a crypto cheat, guys, $27. This $27 investment is just a sound investment in yourself. If I'm just going to be honest with you. Because you go down here, look, I'm going to slide down here. This is page 8, chapter 2, crypto portfolios. It talks to you about building a well-balanced and diversified portfolio. Here's what's crazy. It talks about these green numbers, which are balanced, and it talks about these things over here that I have listed, which talks about diversification, this diversification, right? If you just had this page by itself, you would have made your investment back, because this is a $27 ebook. Now, it's got a lot of stuff in it that's way better than this, but just check it. So if you had $100 worth of crypto, which is probably most of the people on here, you got $100. Guess what you need? You need 27% gain on your money in order to get your investment back. You need to have a crypto that does 27% in order to get your money back. Is that true? Yes, it is. So here's the crazy thing. These cryptos listed here, crypto cheat guide, I'm tracking them. Here's what they have done in the last minute. These things that's in my ebook. Here's what they've done in the last 5 minutes, last hour. See, I'm going across the last hour. Here's what they've done in the last 24 hours. If your investment is $27 and you need a 27% gain, just by having this ebook, half of your investments back in the last 24 hours. In the last 7 days, I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? These things are going to perform exceptionally well. You don't want to see me click on month or year, because in the last 7 days, I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? These things are going to perform exceptionally well. You don't want to see me click on month or year, because it's ridiculous. Do you understand what I'm saying? In a week, you already had your money back just by reading the ebook and saying, oh, these are probably things I should have in my portfolio, or some of them. It's true. It's true. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. I have the data. I'm going to make it real for you. I got to make it more real. Let's just click over here to the year. If you read this ebook, not only did you have your investment back, but if I was being fair, you owe me some money, because you only needed a 27% gain on $100 to get your investment back. Look at what's in. These are in my ebook. Look at how they have performed in the last 365 days. Right. So once you know how to grab some things to have in a portfolio and protect those assets by putting it on cold wallets and all the stuff that's in my ebook, guess what you do? You move to the next thing, the next level, which is what? Trading them. You see, what a lot of people don't understand, and I'm going to make it very, 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 very plain. This is going to be very plain. A lot of people they won't show you the real stuff. I'm going to show you the real stuff. I got to make it really, really plain to you. Okay. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to go to Bitcoin, and I am going to zoom in. Pay attention. This is very, very serious. I need a calculator over here too. I need a calculator. Where's my calculator? Everybody who's paying attention, write this. These are real numbers. Grab your calculator and follow along with me. These numbers are real, and they're going to add up for you. So check this out. I am going over here. This is Bitcoin. Everybody say, yep, that's Bitcoin. All right. Bitcoin is trading at about 116,000. Now let's zoom in a little bit. You see this move? You see this move right here? Okay, now watch this. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to show you something. You see this average price? This is where I bought Bitcoin. Right here on a trade. This is my trading account. So I grab Bitcoin and at this price here, 113. Now let's go here to my trading account. Let's put this up, slap this on, double click, go to coordinates, and I'm going to paste that here. So the number was, let me see if I can get it. Let's paste here. How come you're not pasting? Let's go. 113,643. Okay, we'll do that. 113,643. Right? That means where all of this support is, somebody say, we buy support and sell resistance. That's just basic stuff, but we got more advanced. That means where all of this support is, somebody say, we buy support and sell resistance. That's just basic stuff, but we got more advanced stuff in my course. But this is support. Is it anybody here that disagrees with me that this was support? This is a 1 hour chart, and I can guarantee you that from this candle right here to over here, right, was about 24 hours or a day. There's 24 of these things in here because that's 1 hour candles. So 24 of those bars makes 1 day. And for 24 bars, this was pretty much support around this 113,643, where I actually came in and bought into Bitcoin on a trade. Okay, now watch this. From this bar, 113,643, where I actually came in and bought into Bitcoin on a trade. Okay, now watch this. From this bar to where Bitcoin is at right now is only about 2.11%. Let's just call it 2%. Listen, pay attention. From this bar, which is my entry point on my trade, to up here is only about 2%. But how come this right here shows 40%? How in the hell are you up 40%, right, up $1,600? Because this is on a 20x. Meaning for every 1% that Bitcoin moves up, it is going to be a 20% move for this trade. So if Bitcoin is up 2%, hello, that's a 40% gain for this trade. I'm sitting at about $1,600. Does everybody understand what I am talking about? So when I show you this, right, and I talk to you about my ebook, these are just straight up numbers. That's a 7% gain, 3%. But on leverage, when I do this, it's this times 5 or 7 or 10 or 20. These numbers are not the numbers for traders, is what I'm trying to tell you. When you go here and you look up in here, you will see that these numbers up here, 18%, 25%, 40%, 40, like what the hell is going to 17, 62%. Ethereum is not up 62%, guys, but it is because of this 15x. 4334. That means if I go here to Ethereum and I do this, pay attention, 4334. Let's just look at it with our own eyes. Let's get rid of all of these drawings. Let's go here and make it real for everybody, right? Coordinates, 4334. That means I would have came in here on this trade. I came in here and look on this support right here. It pulled back and I grabbed this support and I opened a trade for Ethereum here on a 15x. Well, let's go and see some basic math. From here to where Ethereum is right now is roughly about 4%. What is 4 times 15? You can say it out loud. Is it something that looks like this? Is it somewhere around here is what I'm saying. Is it somewhere around here? Yes. $2,300 on this trade. Leverage is serious when you know how to responsibly use it. If you have my course, you know where support and resistance is. You know if the market is moving up, down, or sideways. You have custom indicators that absolutely tell you what the market is doing up, down, sideways. You have all of these things. When you see that on a chart, you can make a decision about entering a trade. Somebody say, yep, it's true. It's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. Let me see if I can double down on what I just said. This is going to be good. Trust me. Right? So in front of everybody, let's pay attention, because somebody was laughing the other day. They said, this guy trades off support. No, not just off support, but it's very important, because guess what? This right here, this was resistance. And this right here, that's support. So I sold resistance, shorted this, and I bought support here to go long. It's not so funny when you go long and you make about almost 3 G's going long off of support and resistance. But let's go and see if there's anything else that I can throw on here to make it more sense. You know, like clicking this, custom EMA ribbons. Oh, yeah. I can see here that these EMA ribbons went bullish right here. And so when this pushed up like this, we made this money and it pulled back, shorted this. And since it was still bullish, we just bought this again for another 3 G's going this way. Facts. Let's see if we can double down again. What if I click this Thanos indicator? Oh, well, damn. This right here also turned blue, which lets me know that that's probably something that I should be paying attention to. What if I click this one right here? Damn, there's a big fat buy signal right there. You probably can't see it because there's some white stuff that let's move it out the way. That says buy. You know, where I went in right there. That stuff is in my course. Imagine that. Imagine that. I think it's time for me to turn around and actually see if anybody wants to grab it. No pressure. For those of you who feel like you are missing money and you're tired of working at your job and you are pissed off that you can't grow your wealth, go here. Blockchainbullhorn.com. I have a couple products. You don't need a whole lot. A super simple video course, which is step-by-step for people that are beginners or intermediate people sharpening their edge. These are step-by-step videos for proven strategies, proven tools, proven market insights. It works. And I show people all the time because I'm actively in trades that are profitable. The Crypto Cheat Guide shows you how to enter into markets, protect your crypto, amongst a whole bunch of other things. These two things together are absolutely potent. I don't know your financial, position, so I don't know which one of these makes sense to you. There's an audio version if you want this, plus the digital version over here. But I can't decide that. That's for you to decide. But you can go here for your options. Right? Somebody said here, Roaring Kitty said, your course is $500. We're doing one-on-one for $50 per person. Nobody can afford your course, with 2 laughing emojis. Well, here's a beautiful thing about that. We got about 1,200 people on here. We're going to find out what the community says. These are your peers. Hey, I'm just going to ask a question generically. My course is $500. No one can afford it. Seems like it's too much. Is that true? I'm asking this question to the entire community that's out here, about 1,200 people. Is $500 too much? And is it look, Roaring Kitty, these are your peers. But I'm going to make it very clear for you. Not only are they your peers, they're your competition. What you lack in information, they're going to eat you alive in these markets. They're going to take your money away from you and run circles around you and build wealth 100 times faster than you. These are just real numbers. That's all. So if it's too much and you can't afford it, then that's something that I can't argue with you. The community disagrees. See, I don't have to fight those battles. I'm live and I can just ask people who have the course and ask them if they've made their money. Has anybody made their money back? I don't have the answer to these questions. Has anyone made their money back? Is it worth more than 500? Look at the answers. For anyone else who's sitting on the fence and has that mindset about the price of this course, look at your peers and your competition. They are in the chat with you right now. they are actively in the chat with you right now. That's crazy. They are in the chat with you right now. You know what else is crazy? You know what else is crazy? Right? When I go live, I often tell people what I'm personally doing, and those who are actively engaged move. I went live yesterday and told everybody I was in a bunch of positions, and those positions were long positions. I showed them the assets that I was in position on. I did this for 3+ hours yesterday. 3+ hours yesterday, I did this. Yep. And now, those who are watching are reaping the rewards. They saw the assets that I was in, and so they are reaping the rewards like me. They're reaping the rewards. And we're just going in here and we're just looking at all of these things and we're just seeing, because there's only 3 positions over here, but this is now up to $12,000. I have a $92,000 position on Ethereum. It's up about $8,000 right now. This is not the end of this. This is going to be way higher than this. I promise you. So if you say that, it's not worth it, then I can't argue with you. I have to say that to you, that's your reality and you're right. Okay, next. How do you know when to get out of a trade? Watch this. This is going to be fantastic. Watch the answer to this question. This is so dope. This is so dope. Watch this. This is really, really good, what I'm about to show you. Watch. Watch this. Great question. Great question. Watch this. I'm going to go to my data window and I'm going to hide something and I'm going to turn it on here for a second. Watch this. This trade that I was talking to you about Ethereum, right? Where I entered Ethereum in right here. Watch this. How do you know when to take profits? I entered in right here. How do I know when to take profits? Right? Well, you could take profits up here. In my course, it talks to you when this right here starts getting a little bit of resistance. You could have closed the trade down by a certain percentage. You don't have to close it all the way down. You could shut it down by 10 or 25% here. Kept 75% in the market to run up here. Or, watch this. I'm counting down from 3, 2, 1. Watch. 3, 2, 1. Or you can follow these, like you're in here and then you right here you take a little money off the table, then you buy back in right here, and then so where should I take profits? Well, you wait for another sell sign up here. See, they're all over this thing. You buy here, take profits here. Buy here, you take some profits here. Somebody say they're all over this. This is in my course for sure. Say, wait, what? Yeah, you could treat these like gas stations. This is a trip that you're taking up north, and the first gas station is right here. You can decide to shut your trade down by 10 or 25% right here, and then continue on your course of gains. And then when another sell signal pops up right there, you can take some money out. It's up to you, though. I don't have the answer to that question. I don't know what you want out of your financial positions, but if you're just asking if there's something to help you out with taking profits, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're just going up north for these gains. It's right there. What are you talking? Somebody said, "What are you talking about, dude?" Well, we're talking about crypto, and someone was just asking when they should take profits, or right. And I was just showing them that there's several indicators inside of my course that will absolutely show you how to take profits. Yeah. What phase of the bull market are we in? We are in the fourth. Like, I'm so glad you asked this, but this is very simple right here for, remember, this is in my crypto cheat guide. This right here. Link is in my bio for this, but remember, if you ask me what phase we're in, it's in the cheat guide. You forgot. I got you though. Don't worry about it. Look, a crypto market cycle lasts roughly 4 years. Look, see if this is true. Look, 2018 was the bear market. The market came crashing down right here. Accumulation year, Bitcoin halving cycle year. Notice that the market is leaving the bottom and starting to go up. Parabolic bull run 2021. Smart money, dumb money. Facts, right? A lot of people, look, smart money, dumb money, okay? And then the market sets again. Look, in 2022, we had a bear market. Bitcoin went from 68,000, almost $69,000, crashed all the way down here to about 15 grand. That's called a bear market. That was year one. Year two, Bitcoin starts rising up. From January of 2023, Bitcoin starts pushing up. It's around 20-something thousand right here, about 22, 25,000. Accumulation year, 2023. Here, it goes up. We do what's called a Bitcoin halving cycle. Bitcoin runs up here to around, look, this was your old all-time high back here. So Bitcoin runs up here to about 73,000. Then it pulls back here to about 50 grand. Bitcoin halving cycle, third year. We are in 2025. Is it making sense to you? This is the parabolic bull run portion of the market. We've been in a bull run since January of 2023, and the parabolic phase of it is this year. There's no arguing that. Bitcoin has gone from 15,000 over here to 115,000 right now. You have been in a bull market since January of 2023. How do I know that that is a bull market, sir? Because if you go here and you also go in my ebook, it says, what is a bull market? A bull market is in crypto refers to a period when the overall prices of cryptocurrencies experience a sustained upward trend. Okay. We've been in a bull market for a long time, guys. You're waiting for the parabolic phase. Right? Yep. Woo! Nice. Somebody said, completed course, please, all caps. Can you chart CRV for me and my husband to test our entry at 76 cents. Oh yeah, this is going down. I got a couple on here. They have CRV, right? I think that's Curve. Let me see. They got CRV and their entry point is 76 cents. I got a couple here, guys. Oh, I'm going to make sure that we do this. So we got a couple that has my course. They've completed the course and now they're live with me and they're asking, can you chart this for us to see if we're just on the right track for our entry point? Well, I'm going to do that. This would be considered private coaching, except for it's public to everybody. So the husband and wife is getting ready to absolutely be blessed with this information, and y'all get an opportunity to see it live. This is private type of stuff. But let's look at Curve. Let's look at it. So we're going to Curve, and so I am right on Curve. Their entry point is 76 cents. So I'm going to chart this up for y'all, and then I'm going to turn my camera around, right? Because I need both hands here. But, this is Curve Finance is what they're on, CRV, right? CRV. And you notice that this is an empty chart, so there's nothing over here, meaning if I was to click this, right, and make you'll see the brush pop up right there. If I do another one, you'll see it pop. So this is called a data window, right? So obviously I don't have anything in here. So I'm going to chart this up for them live. I'm going to walk you guys through it as I'm charting it up, and then I'm going to turn my camera around and show you what I drew up here like a masterpiece. So their entry point is 76 cents. So I'm going to take a horizontal line, slap it on here. The horizontal line is yellow. I'm going to slap it on here, and I'm typing 0.76. So I have their entry point. So that's on here right now. I know I can slap it on here. The horizontal line is yellow. I'm going to slap it on here, and I'm typing 0.76. So I have their entry point. So that's on here right now. I know I'm actually going to put in here text because I'm going to make it special for them. You know, this is, here is your entry point. I'm putting text on the line so they can see it when I turn the camera around. Here's your entry point. I can already see this is amazing. By the way, I'm about to celebrate this with y'all. Y'all got to be, I'm giving y'all a round of applause. And I want y'all to give them a round of applause, because when I show y'all this, y'all going to be like, oh my God, this is in your course and these people making this bread like this. So we got the entry point, and so that means that they was able to recognize that this right here was resistance, and they can see that this down here was support, all right? And so I'm going to write this down here, resistance in cursive. It don't look like resistance. And down here, I'm going to put support in cursive. That do not look like support, but just trust me. So resistance, support right there. Now what I'm going to do is I need to see that they knew that this was moving down. So they probably drew this channel down like this. And they see that this was in a downward channel. I'm going to make that channel red because it's down, you know, red for going down. All right, so channel, and they can see that it broke out. And on the breakout, they waited for the break and the retest. Oh, this is so good what y'all did. They waited for the break and the retest and entered in on the retest of a breakout. Woo-hoo! All right. Oh, so let me go here and show it to y'all. This is what they did. Okay. This yellow line on curve, okay, 76 cents, right? That's where they were. I'll just put here. Let me just make sure it's 76. Okay. 76 cents. This was their entry point right here, 76 cents. This is what they did, guys. Look, this is support right here. They recognize this as support. Look, I wrote up here in cursive. This is resistance. This right here, down here, all of this was support here. They recognize this as support. Look, I wrote up here in cursive. This is resistance. This right here, down here, all of this was support. That's their entry point. Here is your entry point, okay? So they recognized by putting a channel here that this was moving down. From resistance, they saw that this started pulling down. They probably drew this channel. This is in my training. They drew this channel down to see that this was in a parallel channel to the downside. As it started moving down here, they saw that this hit support on this bottom side, and it started holding support here. Boom, 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 boom. They bought support. Boom. Right? And they're holding right now, by the way. I'm on a 1 hour chart. So their entry point was here. They could have took profits up here. Look, y'all could have took profits here. Right? Y'all could have took profits here. And y'all can actually take some profits up here if y'all want to. Because y'all entry point is awesome. Y'all are up. And I don't know what type of, if y'all have leverage or not. But currently, so y'all know, currently on this trade, they are up about 10%. And if they have leverage, it will be this times whatever their leverage is. Or 3, 5, or 10, or whatever. But they are up, is what I'm trying to tell you. Great trade, guys. Great entry point for sure. Right? And if you have your UT bots, we'll just slap those on. Let's slap those UT bots on here real quick. Hold on. Let me just go ahead and dial this in, right? We slap those UT bots on here. Look at that. Well, I was telling you they could have took profits. Their entry point is right here. They could have took profits here, where this sell signal is. Could have closed the trade down by 10 or 20% here. Could have closed the trade down by 10 or 20% here. Could have closed it down by 10 or 20% here. Could have closed down 10 or 20% here. And currently, as this starts rising up, a sell sign will pop up here at some point. I'm on a 1 hour chart, so I don't know what they're on or whatever. But do you understand that they can start closing their trade down? In profit. No, listen, hand clap for this couple. They completed my course. They have an incredible entry point. Keep up the great work. Keep logging back into my course. Keep on getting that stuff, because there will come a time that you will look at this stuff and it'll just be second nature. You'll be able to see the charts before you even throw indicators on. That's beautiful. That's fantastic. I mean, I celebrate that with y'all. I do. A husband and wife team, evenly yoked, making money. You got to be kidding me. A husband and wife team, evenly yoked, out here getting this paper. You got to be kidding me. I love it. 100%. I love that. Great job. Great job. Fantastic. How do you go about finding those type of entry points? It's in my course, right? Understanding support resistance, and if the market's moving up, down, or sideways, that stuff is all in my course. We have custom indicators and basic stuff, which is, support resistance and stuff like that, breakouts and all of that. But that's fantastic. That's dope. I bought the Crypto Cheat Guide. How do I open Bybit account in the USA? In the United States of America, you can't open a Bybit account unless you have a digital residency ID. About 2 years ago, I was really training my people up, telling them to get a digital residency ID so that they can trade on Bybit. A lot of people was able to get that. So we have a digital residency ID with the country Palu. And so we can get on Bybit. We can get on, stuff like Gate.io with KYC approval as well. So not just on it using a VPN, but literally on it, VPN and KYC approved. So that's one way you can do it. If you go to, I think it's rns.id, but it's a digital residency ID for Palu, okay? And that will allow you to be able to get on Bybit and stuff like that. But, but outside of that, you don't need Bybit. You can just, I have the other exchange inside of my crypto course. And so you don't need Bybit, and you don't need KYC with that exchange. That's in my course either. I'm not going to hold you, you know what I'm saying? But the exchange is Blowfin. If you guys want to get a little code here so that you can have a little bit of an opportunity to qualify for up to $5,000 bonus for opening it up, I will just give this to you. And yeah, let's see. If you go here, let's go here and let's click on Google here, and then it's right. If you screenshot this real quick, it's up to you. All right. If you screenshot this, right, this is my parent company, the parent company that I own, Power of Publish. You see it over there. So powerofpublish.com/Blowfin. Right. Sarah has it right here too. So y'all can screenshot that and screenshot this, however you want to do it. But take a screenshot real quick so you can have this, right? You got it? Now, when I click this right here, enter, right, you'll see that it says Blowfin, right, and Crypto Cow, right? And so you can see here, join Blowfin today and win a welcome bonus up to $5,000. If you just sign up on your own, whatever you want to do. But if you want to go through, I have an affiliate with them. So however you want to do it, it's up to you. So no pressure. But either way, you don't need KYC with that, for sure. Okay. Somebody said, we can't access it in Canada. Yo, what's up with that? Canadians, what's popping, man? What's good with that, man? Like, what's going on with that? I don't even know why that's a thing in Canada, but man, that's whack. That's whack. Go down to digital residency ID, VPNs, digital residency IDs and stuff like that, or trade on Coinbase with Coinbase Pro. You can leverage, I think, up to like 3 or 5x leverage with Coinbase Pro. Like, I think is it Coinbase Pro or Coinbase One or something like that? You can still use leverage. But guys, listen, even if you don't use leverage, you realize that there's a lot of money out here. No, let me prove it to you. Let me just make sure, because some people, what I'm about to show you is gonna this is stuff that I show my private coaching clients, like for real. I'm about to show you something that is gonna blow your mind. I don't think you understand just how lucrative learning how to trade is, even if you don't use leverage. Okay, 1 second, guys. Thanks, moderators. Appreciate it. Are you, who wants to see it? Who wants to see it? Let me know if y'all want to see. 'Cause I don't want to waste y'all time because I'm about to get off of here in a minute. Who wants to see it? But like, if you learn how to trade, even if you don't use leverage, you can make a crushing amount of money. Let's see if it's true. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna let y'all give me an asset. I'm gonna let y'all choose just so that I'm not cherry picking nothing because I don't want y'all to think I'm cherry picking or something like that. So give me an asset. Okay, bag. What's that? Bag. Somebody said Avalanche. I'm just the first person that actually jumped in there and said something. I think it was bag. It was bag something. Bag collector. I like that. Because we collect the bag, and then we add more bags with two G's on it. The bag collector. Okay. All right. So he said Avalanche. Cool. So let's go to Avalanche. All right. Let's pull Avalanche up. AVAX. All right. And I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna pull this up on a 2-hour chart. This is about to be crazy. So I'm just telling you right now. Just put your seatbelt on because this is about to be insane. Okay, so check it out. We're on Avalanche because that's what bag collector. So bag collector. Look, we're on Avalanche now. Now, mind you, we're not going to use any leverage, and we're going to use something simple as my custom EMA. So all I'm going to turn on is my custom EMA ribbons. That's all I'm going to do. Okay. Now check this out. I'm just going to get in these trades when I see these crosses here. You see these crosses? So let's just get in here and let's see. Okay, here's one. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. Right? Here's 5. Right? When this right here stayed inside of this. If you're looking at this, pay attention. These EMA ribbons are above this white line, so that's 1, right? This is 2 going here. I could have not counted this. I could have just counted this as just 1 because as long as but I'm counting. I want to be fair. Look, so we're gonna count this, and we're not gonna count. We're gonna count it because every trade doesn't have to be massive. Okay, so we're gonna count this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Y'all agree? Thumbs up if you understand what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that true? Let me see. Let me see down here. Check. We checking? Bag collector said, yeah. If nobody else is paying attention, I know he's paying attention. Okay, cool. So check this out. I'm gonna rob you a little bit. What do you mean? I'm not gonna. You didn't get in here. I'm gonna pretend like you didn't get in here, and you got in up here. You didn't even get all this game. So you got in here, right? And you didn't get out up here. You don't know how to time the top like that. Come on, bag collector. You got out right about here. You was actually just like, I got too much money up at. So 22%. I robbed you. I robbed you of these gains. I robbed you of those gains. This is just a chunk. By the way, for those of you who want to know how trading works, you don't have to get the exact bottom or the exact top. You need to pull chunks out of the market on the way up. So this is just 22. We're gonna rob you here and here. Somebody say, I see what he's doing. Great. Now let's continue. Here, you didn't catch this, right? You didn't catch this right here. No. You got this little piece right here and got out right over here where you start seeing these support levels. We're going to call this, I'm going to pull this down, not even 5%, 4. You see what I'm doing? You didn't catch this to up here like this, like you just a absolute boss. Stop it, okay? You got in right about there, right? And you got out right about here, right about there. Nah, let's get 6%. I'm robbing you. You see what I'm doing here? Somebody say he's doing this so that you can understand that he's trying to make sure you understand. Don't have to try. You didn't get this, right, all the way down here for 24 or 5%. Stop. You got 24 or 5%. Stop. You got in right here a little late. And you got out a little early right here when this started coming. What is this? About 9%. This is 9%, not 24. I'm robbing you. I got a ski mask on for real. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is the 5th. You didn't get this. Are you kidding me? And got it all the way up here like this for 19. Come on now. You got in right about here, okay? And you got out way too early right here for about 7%. And then this little doo-wop right here, we just going to call this straight 1%, 2%. We look, you ain't get all of this 5. Nah, you 2%. Now I robbed Bag, and I'm going to put these numbers up in front of everybody. 22, 4, 6, look, 9, okay, 7, 10. I'm not even giving you 11 on this. It's 10. Whoa. That's not even, whoa. This is supposed to be 1. What are you doing? This is supposed to be a little 2% right here. What are you doing, buddy? That's supposed to be 2%. That ain't 2. Boom. Now, Bag, I robbed you, sir. Got a ski mask on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. Okay? Now, let's see. Here's the important thing. How long did it take to get these 6 trades? From here to ending your trade sequence over here, how long was that? Well, let's just count it out. From here, you got in right about here. Remember, you missed all of this and you didn't get into right about up here. So from here to over here when you got out, this was about 32 days. Let's just call it 1 month. 1 month. Over 1 month, you only took 6 trades and I robbed you. Now, let me turn my camera around. Is everything that I'm doing right now seems like that's real? Before I plug this stuff in, let me know if this is real. Yep. And listen, for those that saying it's lagging and stuff like that, I don't control TikTok. Okay, so we know that I got a ski mask on and I robbed him of his gains, or we're just going to pretend like he's not that good to get the bottom supports or the tops, selling the tops at resistance. It's just taking chunks out of the market. 6 trades, 1 month. Let's go ahead and plug these numbers in then. Let's plug the numbers in. No leverage, by the way. Let's go ahead and plug these numbers in. Let's go here to a nice little spreadsheet that I have when I do my custom coaching, okay? We're going to go here and we're going to pull this spreadsheet up in front of everybody. Now, let me ask Bag here. Bag, how much money do you have in your trading account to start off with? Just like, how much? Just give me a number up there. Like, keep it real with me. Don't give me nothing crazy. Just give me a real number here. Give me a real number. How much? Anybody see the number yet? Rooster said 1,000. No, Bag. What? Because that's who I'm specifically targeting right now. Everybody else get an opportunity to see. But I could take an average here. It got 1,000, 500,000, 500. It seems like about 1,000 is like normal. Is that true? Okay, cool. We'll do 1,000. It seems like 1,000 is like pretty much everybody has that, or they're working their way up to it. Some of y'all are balling. Some of y'all have a little bit less, but it seems like that's in the middle. Now, Bag said 156. Okay, cool. We're going to do that too. Because everything that I'm going to do, we're just going to take it and we're going to, say 1/10 of it. That sounds good to you? So now we get every majority of the people that's in the community, and Bag for you, it'll be 1/10 of what you're about to see. Okay, cool. Let's turn this around. I'm going to put $1,000 here. Trust me, I'm going to show you what I'm plugging in here for a second. All right, and I'm going to plug these numbers in. You'll see them here in a second. Let's plug these numbers in. The first trade was 22. The second trade was 4. The third trade was 6. The fourth trade was 9%. The fifth trade was 7%. And the sixth trade was 2%. Right? And we're starting off with margin, which is capital. Okay? Margin capital is $1,000. Now, I know he said 156, Rui, but we're basically going to take like 10% of what we do here, right? Just to keep it fair for everybody, because majority of the people in here had around about 1,000. We're basically going to take like 10% of what we do here, right? Just to keep it fair for everybody, because majority of the people in here had around about 1,000. But you know where you are. Depending on what your money is, you can do the numbers, okay? Just divide it. All right, so here we are. Check it out. We have a 6 trade sequence here. First trade, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. No leverage. Okay. Here, normally we would have leverage here of whatever the leverage is going to be. Here, you're not doing leverage. We're taking leverage off the table. Let's see what happens here in a 6 trade sequence. Okay. You got $1,000. 1x leverage is $1,000. This is basically spot, right? This was a 22% gain on that trade, right? Remember, I gave you all the numbers here. I'll go back and show you the chart, but those were the numbers. In 1 month, we took 6 trades. These were the numbers. Okay, 22. So you made $220. Margin plus profit is about $12.20. We're going to take some fees off the table, okay? Since you're using zero leverage here, the fees won't be much in your exchange. So I'm going to take off about 20 bucks here. So now we're going to go here with $1,200 in your exchange. $1,200, no leverage, $1,200 position. Gain 4%, 48 bucks. Margin plus profit, $12.48. I'm going to snatch another, I'm just going to keep snatching $20 for your trades because those are your trading fees. So this is $12.28. Cool. Third trade, $12.48. I'm going to snatch another, I'm just going to keep snatching $20 for your trades because those are your trading fees. So this is $12.28. Cool. Third trade, no leverage, right? Position plus your gain, $73 profit. Margin plus profit, new capital in your exchange, $13.01. Let's subtract about $20 for some trading fees. This is going to about $12.80. Somebody say, I see it, right? Fourth trade, $12.80. No leverage, okay? Position, 9% gain on that trade, $115.20. Margin plus profit, $13.95. I'm going to subtract $20 for trading fees. $13.70 is coming over here for the fifth trade, $13.70. No leverage. This is a spot position, basically. That position on a 7% gain for that trade, $95, almost 100 bucks. Margin plus profit, $14.65 in your trading account. Subtract $20 in trading fees, guys. You see it? $14.45, 90 cents, okay? Sixth trade, no leverage, okay? Little 2% trade. That's okay. Every trade doesn't have to be a monster trade. About 30 bucks. Margin plus profit, you got about capital, $14.74. Now, it's been a month. You took have to be a monster trade. About 30 bucks. Margin plus profit, you got about capital, $14.74. Now, it's been a month. You took only 6 trades, no leverage. You turned $1,000 to about $1,474, almost $1,500. Is that true? Yes. Is that true? That before I show you the rest of this, that's it. No leverage. It doesn't seem like a lot, right? That somebody say that doesn't seem like a lot, right? Come on, talk to me. This is trading with no leverage. Somebody said, that's not bad at all in 1 month. That's amazing. You basically made 50% on your money in 30 days. There's no bank on the planet Earth that will give you 50% on your money in 30 days. Not one bank ever. But here's where things get interesting. Pay attention. Watch this. All of this was no leverage. If you have my trading course, we're going to take your capital here, $14.74. Watch this. What happens if I take $14.74 here? I'm going to leave these same gains up. We already know that these gains and trades will be different, but let's just leave them up. And the only thing we're changing is your capital, and we're going to actually put leverage on these. Not nothing crazy. We're going to just do 3x leverage across the board. We're just going to do 3x leverage. Nothing crazy. This is normal leverage for people that respect leverage and, want to be very, very, what I'm saying, like they want to minimize their risk. But look at this now. This margin on a 3x leverage is a $4,400 position. That position with 22% gains is almost $1,000. Facts. Margin plus profit, you are now holding about $2,500 in your trading account. I'm going to snatch $100 here. I'm going to be real crazy and snatch $100 in trading fees. You're not going to pay $100 in trading fees with a 3x leverage, but I'm going to be real crazy. I'm going to take this to $2,346. $2,346 here, guys. 3x leverage. Your position is now $7,000. You don't believe me? Look, it happens, right? Let me go over here and see if I can show you over here with real time before we finish this up. If If I go to something like short-term gains, I think it's here. Is this one? Short-term gains. No, those are 7Xs. We'll get to that in a minute. That ain't it. Let's go. I got to go to my other account. Hold on. I think it's this one. I'm looking for my 3Xs. Here they are. I think, well, these are still 5s. But still, this is still a good idea. But look what I'm trying to say to you. This right here, this amount of money right here on a 5X leverage gives me about a $2,500 position. Somebody say, got it. Okay, now let's go back here. This amount of capital on a 3X leverage is this position. Facts. That position on a 4% gain on a trade is almost $300. Margin plus profit. This is your new capital in your account. You've only made 2 trades. I'm going to be real crazy and snatch $100 in trading fees here. I'm being real crazy here. So 2527 is over here in your account for the third trade, which was leveraged, giving you a $7,500 position. This hit for 6% on a trade. $454. Margin plus profit, new capital, almost $3,000. Let's subtract $100. 2881. Look, let's go here. 2881. 3X leverage, $8,600 position. Position on a 9% gain, you're making $777. Margin plus profit, new capital in your trading account. Let's snatch $100 for trading fees. $35.58. 3X leverage, $10,000, almost $11,000 position. That position, the asset only moved up 7%, $747. Margin plus profit, $4,300 in your trade account. Somebody say, oh my God, 4205, because I'm snatching some money from you, $100 in trading fees. Margin plus leverage, $12,000 position. You only hit for 2%, $250. Margin, profit, capital. Okay? 1 month, 6 trades, turning $1,400 to $4,500. 6 trades, 1 month. Calvin, wait a minute. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. This happens all the freaking time. Leverage and compounding your gains is serious business. This happens all the freaking time. Leverage and compounding your gains is serious business. Somebody say, I didn't realize, wait, what? I got to find these 3X leverages. Hold on, because they're in here. Let me get them real quick. I think they're down here in scalping. Yeah, they are. They're in my scalping account. So let's go down here to the scalping account. That's where they are, because I'm getting out of these trades pretty quick. So in my scalping account, you can see it says current here. If I slide down here, you will see these trades here are pretty much 3X leverages. Look, 180, 300, about 1,300 on this one, about 108, 457, 801. This is down like $34. Boo, SPX 6900. 270, 97, 537. You get the idea. 370. Ethereum this is on the 15X, guys. About 4 G's over here. This account is about $8,400 in profit. If I was to shut all of these trades down right now, the equity in my account would push over to $7,100, almost $7,200, because I put up the margin, right? And these are the profits. And so this is the total of this account, about $7,200. I mean, $72,000. So if I was to close this down, it would take all of these profits, which is my equity included, right? And then it will push everything over here, right here, into my available, right? My availability would be about $72,000. These are active trades, right? That is doing exactly what I'm telling you here. Here's the problem that most people forget. This sequence is one asset. What do you think happens when you're running 13 different assets? People forget. This sequence is one asset. What do you think happens when you're running 13 different assets? You're running a trade sequence, not on one asset, but 13. So these numbers that you see here is happening for 13 different assets. There's happening for 13 different assets, guys. Wait, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. You get it now? Compound. We just keep compounding the interest in the money. Right? With $72,000, I'll take $72,000 and divide that up by another 10 or 15 different trades. But those trades are going to be bigger because my margin is bigger and my leverage, I can push my leverage to 3 or 5 or 7 or whatever I want to push it to. Somebody said because my margin is bigger and my leverage, I can push my leverage to 3 or 5 or 7 or whatever I want to push it to. Somebody say, wait, what? Wait, huh? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Osman said, no, that's dope. You know what else is dope, Osman? You know what else is dope? You can decide how you want to run your trade sequence. Meaning, you can start your first trade off with a 10x leverage so that you can have a higher position. Maybe you only got $500. You put on a 10x leverage, you got $5,000 position. Once this trade closes down and you win this trade, you can start de-risking yourself, turning these to 5, 5, 5. Or you can do it like this. You can start this trade off with 8x leverage, and then you can decrease dramatically. And I'm only doing 2x leverages on the rest. And when this builds up here, I'm only basically trading spot. I start off with high leverage, immediately decrease my leverage for my next 3 trades, and then my 5th and 6th trade strictly spot, so that I'm not giving up majority of my gains in case the market goes against me or something like that. Even if you get stopped out, these work. Somebody say, oh my gosh. This is part of the thing that you have in your private coaching stuff that you, along with all the other stuff you teaching people. This is private coaching stuff. But I wanted to show that to Bag so that he understands. And so the rest of you can understand. Trading is no joke. Whether it's leverage, whether it's high or low, it doesn't matter. You can mix and match your leverage up to your different assets across several different assets. Somebody said, yo, what leverage is he trading on? Depending on the asset. Depending on the asset. Look, I'm showing it to you right now. This Ethereum is a bigger market cap. It takes a lot of money to move it. So I'm comfortable with taking a 15x on it. These are meme coins and stuff like this and some other L1s. I got these on 5s. These down here, Virtual, Tau, Pingu, Dog, 3. But you see the difference, right? You don't know what your asset is going to do, but you chart it out and you just watch and see. Like this one right here. Yeah, I'm waiting for you to pick up. Why are you making me look bad with this $34 unrealized loss? Come on, B. But this right now, this is about $8,000. But then I have some accounts, some joints up in here to where if I go here on something like this long-term joint and you go over here, there's only 3 assets over here, right? But this is a $91,000 position on Ethereum. It's only on an 8x. This ETH is not on a 15, it's on an 8 because it's running in a different sequence. That Ethereum is in a different sequence. And depending on where I am in my sequence, I am going to trade. I'm going to turn my, like the other one is 15. You know why it's 15? Because it's the beginning of that trade. It's the beginning of the sequence. So I'm high leverage here. Once I win that trade, I'm already up. You saw it. Once I take the second and third and fourth trade, I'll start decreasing my leverage. Somebody say, this is insane. This dude is insane. I got to walk, man. Somebody here don't even get how powerful that is. They don't even understand. You mind if I just step out for a second? What? I know for a fact there is no one on the internet teaching people this. They are hiding it from them. They gatekeeping. They don't want y'all to win. I know it. I'm the one that's teaching this stuff. You don't have to take every trade with high leverage. If you got a small amount of capital, $300, you can start that trade off with 10x leverage if you want to, because you're trying to get a $3,000 position. But Calvin, what if I get stopped out? Well, if your stop loss is down 1% or 2% stop loss, you're going to lose a small amount of capital and you start it back over 10x. You're just trying to get your first win. Once you get that first win, you can immediately start de-risking and de-leveraging. From 10, you could go down to 5 or 4. And you can decide how you want to do it. 4 all the way out. Or 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, back to spot. I don't, it's up to you. It's up to what asset are you trading? What time frame are you trading on? And what are you trying to do with your portfolio? I keep telling everybody, you are a manager. When it comes to trading, you are a high-class, glorified manager. Manager of money, time, and assets. I'm a really good manager. Yeah. Double tap the screen if this information is potent. Fire emojis if this information is potent. If I'm earning the right to do business with you, there is a link in my bio for my trading course. It's for real. It's nothing to play around with. Now that Excel spreadsheet is not in there because, that was reserved for my private coaching clients, but there's some dope stuff up in there for sure. It'll teach you how to trade, teach you how to use leverage, all that stuff, man. $100,000 trading strategy in there, the whole 9 yards. But I wanted to show that to y'all today, man. Hey, private coaching clients, people that's been in my private, the whole 9 yards. But I wanted to show that to y'all today, man. Hey, private coaching clients, people that's been in my private coaching, is that part of the private coaching? Yes or no? Let them know if is that part of the private coaching in there. Say yes or no in there. It's private. I showed y'all a small piece of it publicly, but that's a small piece. Ooh, it's private. I showed y'all a small piece of it publicly, but that's a small piece. Ooh. The information that goes along with that, oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody said, do we use cross or isolated? Every last one of our trades are isolation. That's also my course. It's a rule. You can break the rule if don't have to follow it if you don't want to, but that is a rule. If you take my course, it is a rule that every trade is isolated because you're probably not good enough to trade to where if it goes against you, you're okay with it snatching money out of your actual account to cover your unrealized losses and stuff like that. Meaning if your trade goes crazy, it'll snatch the money that you don't have in that trade. It'll go snatch it out your account and say, well, we're going to cover that up for you so that you don't lose on this. It could be very, very bad for you. Okay, isolate that shit because if you lose a trade really, really badly because you didn't put a stop loss or you had a crazy entry point and you didn't learn or something, isolate it to that trade. Nothing else happens to your other trades and your money in your account, your margin. Don't go test and cross. Don't do it. Don't do it. We don't use cross. I'm really good at trading, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty good. I don't use cross. I don't use cross. Thanks for your course. I got into Ondo at 88 cents and I'm up 70% on an 8X. Oh my God. Y'all not finna just keep on coming up in here sharing all these success stories and comments. Y'all can't be doing this. What? Got into Ondo at 88 cents. Now we finna look at it. Y'all not understanding. There's people out here winning. Y'all not gonna be able to keep them from coming to these lives. For anybody that is on some non-believer stuff or whatever, you're not gonna be able to stop people from coming to these lives. They're making money. So we're gonna put a line here and we're gonna call this 0.88 cents. Just so y'all understand where this person is. They have my course, Peep Game. They're in Ondo, and their entry point is 88 cents. In case you wanted to know, this from here to up here, right? This is where they are. They entered in here. Down here, guys. Now, let me show you something in front of everybody. Look, 100% this is in my course. 100%. This is a down channel. They recognized that everything up here was resistance. And everything down here on this bottom line was support. The last time it was support, it created this right here. You see it? Then it rallied up. Look, there is a median line in here. This is called a pivot line. Top, bottom, this is the middle pivot line. Anything under this pivot line will challenge the bottom side of this channel. Anything above the top side of this pivot line will challenge the top side of this channel. They recognized that this was the last challenge down here, and it formed a base. When it shot up here, got resisted. It came down here, found this support, resisted, came back down here, support, support. They have my course. They know and recognize this as support. They entered into Ondo at 88 cents. Ondo came from this support level, broke out. Look, this is called a break and a retest, and off they went, right? They could have took profits here, right? Let me show you where they could have took profits. You ready for it? Watch. Sell signal. They could have took profits here. They could have took profits off the table here. They could have took profits off the table here. And as we speak, right, as this continues to go up, as this is here, they could have took profits off the table here. They could have took profits off the table here. And as we speak, right, as this continues to go up, as this is becoming overbought, this is in my course, this is becoming overbought. A sell signal is going to pop up here in a minute. To go up, as this is becoming overbought, this is in my course, this is becoming overbought. A sell signal is going to pop up here in a minute. This is a 2-hour chart. This is going to run up. It's going to continue to be overbought, and a sell signal is going to pop. And they're going to know that they can take more profits off the table or shut the trade down completely. Tell me that don't make sense. Tell me if that don't make sense. It does. We are winning out here. That it makes sense. And they have the information in a step-by-step video. They have the course. Congratulations for having a monster entry point on Ondo. By the way, they said that that's on an 8x leverage. Y'all didn't get it. Y'all missed that part. They was like, yo, I'm up like 70%. And you like, no. Right? You missed it. It's crazy. Is there a payment plan for the course? There isn't a payment plan for the course. I am sorry. I do not use Klarna or other things like that or whatever. And I have a, it's just a belief of mine. I don't believe in going into debt or creating the habit of payment plans when it comes to doing something like this. I don't believe in that. It's just my personal thing. Listen, I know that other people do it. I don't have anything bad to say about them. What I am saying is I don't do that. I don't. A lot of people will do that, and they're gonna be willing. It ups the risk of wanting to go into debt and stuff like that. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. That's all I'm saying. So this is a personal preference. I hope that you're not upset with me about a personal preference with that. I much rather you save up for it, like get extra hours at your job, some overtime, get an extra job, go cut some grass while we still, before the fall season hits, cut some last yards, some grass, walk some dogs, wash some cars or something, and get the bread and have it up front and be ready to go. You ain't got to worry about no credit card payments that's giving putting interest on it and stuff like that, and you end up paying $2,000 for the course because you didn't pay your credit card off. Which, by the way, that shouldn't happen if you have my course. But I'm just saying, I just don't believe in it. Yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Now, I need to be very clear on that, so because a lot of people they will do that and they will get people in trouble and stuff like that. I don't do it. I don't believe in it. Michael Saylor used debt to leverage MSTR Bitcoin purchases. Okay, let me take these off for a second. Yeah. Michael Saylor was worth tens of millions of dollars before he actually started doing Bitcoin. I know the Michael Saylor story, for real. I know that he was trying to be an air pilot and stuff like. I know that he went to MIT. This dude is very smart. He sold his company and did some other stuff like for tens of millions of dollars before starting Strategy. Like, you're not Michael Saylor. He was a multi-deca millionaire before he started doing Bitcoin. So let's not, or starting Strategy. Like, you're not Michael Saylor. He was a multi-deca millionaire before he started doing Bitcoin. So let's not compare ourselves to Mr. Saylor, a multi-deca millionaire who's now got a company has tens of billions of dollars worth of crypto. Stop. Come on, guys. Let's not compare ourselves to Mr. Saylor, a freaking, very intelligent business savant. Stop. Yeah, he beat everybody else to Wall Street on what he was doing. Come on, guys. Let's not compare ourselves to Michael Saylor. That's a high level there. Stop. Yeah, he beat everybody else to Wall Street on what he was doing. Come on, guys. Let's not compare ourselves to Michael Saylor. That's a high level there. Come on now. Let's keep it real. I like it though. I like the statement. I like it, but come on now. Let's be real now. It said, Bag said, "Yo, let's be real now. I got $156 or whatever." Now, here's the thing about that, right? I don't want you to disrespect $156 because, with $156, you can take $50 of that, right, and have that on a 5X. It's $250 worth of capital. Why did you say $100? Because $100 times 5 is 500, Calvin. Because I only took half of your capital and gave you more, right, than you had before you. Listen, I'm going to say this in a way because people, they really haven't grasped what the power of leverage really is. I'm going to say it to you in a way that is so simple, but when I say it, you're going to be like, okay. If you have $100, which, Bag has 150. We're just gonna call it $100. I know it's 156 Bag, but we're gonna call it 100. If you got $100, right? If Bitcoin goes up 50% or any asset, Ethereum, whatever, pick your choice, Cardano, Avalanche, whatever. If it goes up 50%, you made $50, right? And if you are capped out with your what we like to call cash flow, or liquidity that you need in order to invest. Say you maxed out. You got your mortgage. You got your your kids that maybe one of them is in college. So maybe you got one or two kids in college, and you got your car note, you got mortgage, you got your groceries and your utilities and all of that. But you're maxed out, and all you have is $100 to invest in the market. Pay attention to what I'm saying. This is really, really dope. In order for you to have $500 to put in the market, it will take you 5 months. Listen to what I'm about to say because I'm making it real for Bag and everyone else. Real responsibilities: mortgage, car note, utilities, okay, insurance, and all this stuff, right? And maybe a kid in college tapped out. All he has is an extra $100 to put in the market a month. That's the only extra cash flow he has to put in the market. Let's say that. Well, if you need $500, it would take you $5 to put in the market a month. That's the only extra cash flow he has to put in the market. Let's say that. Well, if you need $500, it would take you 5 months. If you wanted $500 in the market, it would take you 5 months, right? Okay, here's how dope leverage is. Same $100 after 30 days, 1 month, you could take that $100, go to your exchange, slide the lever to 5, right? $100 on a 5x leverage is a $500 position. The same $500 that would have took you 5 months, right? That you're waiting to have $100 sliding to 5. You now have a $500 position. It took 30 days. You are 4 months ahead of the individual that is in your position waiting for 5 months. You beating them by 4, sliding to 5. You now have a $500 position. It took 30 days. You are 4 months ahead of the individual that is in your position waiting for 5 months. You beating them by 4 months of building wealth. If you don't understand what I just said to you, it's going to absolutely be painful. It's going to be painful as people start understanding this with my course. They start understanding how to utilize leverage. It's going to be painful as people start understanding this with my course. They start understanding how to utilize leverage. They are going to build wealth light years ahead of you. Right? If you take that $100 and you slide that lever to 10, that is now a $1,000 position. You are 9 months ahead of the person who is waiting for $100 to come in every month to have it to put in the market. You are 9 months ahead of them after 30 days. Do you think they have a chance of building wealth faster than you? No. They have no, it's a wrap. It's over. It's over. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Does it make sense? Fire emojis if the information that I'm using, if that makes sense, what I'm saying. It's crazy. That's just by sliding it's called leverage. The world's most powerful people move with leverage. Businesses that are making billions of dollars and tens of millions, they are using the tools, time, and talent of employees to leverage the business up and be successful. They can't manage all those people, so they hire managers. Right? They can't come in and mop the floors and do all the stock the shelves and drive the trucks and stuff. They're leveraging other people's tools, time, and talent to build that business up to billions or millions of dollars. It's called leverage. If they try to do everything themselves, they could only move so fast. They can't drive the truck to the back of the dock, unload the truck on the pallet jack, go stock the shit up on the shelf, do the accounting, do the marketing, whatever. They leverage other people's tools, time, and talent. Leverage is the way of life, period. Not just in crypto, in life. When you start understanding the power of it, that's it. So wrap. You can move anything out of the way. You have a problem with being financially free? There is a big fat rock of debt and all this stress on you, whatever. You can move that rock as long as somebody gives you a long enough lever. I don't care how heavy it is. If you give me a lever, I can move it. This is basic. Like, ask anybody who's into science and, calculate. Ask them. Give me a long enough lever. I can move any object that is heavy. Doesn't matter how heavy it is. How long is the lever? Can I leverage? No problem. You can move it with a pinky. Doop. Index. I said pinky and then I did the index. Pinky is Leverage is a very powerful thing. If you don't learn how to use leverage in your life when it comes to your building financials, right? When it comes to doing anything, moving. I made this example before. Somebody said this is mad wisdom. It is. I told people that use this example before. If I wanted to go from California to New York, this is a very, very long distance. I can walk. Eventually I'll get there if I walk. Or I can start leveraging, right, tools so that I can lever my time and move faster. What do you mean? Well, I can ride a bicycle. Eventually I will get there, but much faster than if I was walking. Guaranteed. I'm using a tool to lever my time. Right? You know where this is going, right? You know where this is going. If you don't know, let me continue. I can ride a bicycle. I can get in a car faster. I can get on a motorcycle even faster. I can get in an airplane way faster. I can get in a jet way faster than an airplane. But every time you move up in leverage, we're talking about this in your account now. Every time you move it, it requires a different skill set. Walking is much harder riding a bike is much harder than walking, for sure. Riding in a car, you got to learn that's a different skill. You got to learn to leverage that tool. If you're trying to cut this time in half, that tool requires a little bit more. It's going to move you faster though. Motorcycle, come on now. Riding in an airplane, well, you're not really doing anything. Well, the pilot is though. That's a special skill to fly the plane. A jet. Now, why is this analogy I'm giving you super powerful? Wait for it. You ready? For those of you who take and you go in your exchange and all you want to do is 10, 20, and 30, 40, you want to do 50x leverage, do you understand that when you start moving up to those type of leverages, that's a different skill set. And everything moves extremely fast. You see, if you're walking, right, you can avoid some accidents or whatever because you're moving at a slow pace. Your reaction time is, whoa, right? You're walking. On a bicycle, things are moving a little bit faster. If there's going to be an accident, it's going to happen a lot faster than if you're walking. It's a different tool. The speed is moving up. You're leveraging up, but every time you lever up, it is going to get a little bit more risky. Riding a bike versus riding a motorcycle or driving a car, these things happen a little bit more faster. Your reaction time has to be a lot quicker. Same thing in the market. You start moving up from 2 and 3x leverage to 5, 6, and 10x leverage, that shit is going to move very fast. Your reaction time better be really fast. You better know what you're doing because it can wipe your account out. Skills. Be careful with leverage. It requires different level of skill if you're going to move that fast. Have you ever been or seen somebody flying a jet? Oh my God. The reactions in that have to be very good. You know how fast a jet moves? That if you mess that up, it's lights out. Yeah. So don't tell me you want to build wealth extremely fast with high leverage if you ain't got the skill. Slow down. See, you ain't got the skill for 50x leverage, 100x leverage. Are you fucking kidding me? You better stay below 5. We talking about bicycles and cars. We not at it. 7 and 10x. You talking motorcycle action. I very rarely fly in planes, which is around 15 or 20x. You've never seen me in a jet. 50x? Are you getting 100x? Are you serious? No. I don't know how to fly a jet. I don't know how to fly a jet. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't even know how to fly a jet. I can ride in a plane. I know how to drive cars. I know how to ride on motorcycles. I got very fast cars. I've ridden on fast motorcycles. I got those skills. So I can play around with anywhere between 10 and down and sometimes 15 or 20 every now and then. But whoa, who understands the analogy that I just gave you? The whole thing about leverage. Did you get it? Was it good? Was it good information? It's for real. It's a very, very powerful thing, but you must respect it. Wear your helmet. Obey your signs. Stop losses, trailing stop losses, you know what I'm saying? Great entry points, you know what I'm saying? Don't get greedy. Control your emotions. Don't FOMO. Don't revenge trade. Avoid the stuff that can be catastrophic. Can cause financial death. It can cause financial death out here. Pay attention to your signs. Stop at the stop signs. Stop loss. Don't run the red lights. You know what I'm saying? Caution on the yellow lights. You know what I mean? Are you kidding me? I can keep going with that analogy. It's serious. That's ridiculous. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, cool. All right, let's I gotta get out of here, man, because I gotta get ready for some stuff for this weekend, man. It starts tomorrow. Let's just recap this real quick. Bitcoin is doing its thing, 115,000, which is really good. It's pretty much where I told people that we was gonna be breaking out and doing stuff, and so it's running up. Congratulations on that. Let's see what happens going into the weekend. Next week is a very, very important week because the FOMC meeting, Jerome Powell is going to come on TV. I don't know what's going to happen to the market. If he cuts rates, the market could go crazy. Or this weekend, people could front run. They can start front running the market. Listen to me. They can do what's called buy the rumor, sell the news. Often markets like to do that. So people will buy and pump the market and go crazy trying to front run everything now, right? Run the market up. And then the day of, take profits on you. So they're buying the rumor of a rate cut and selling the news. Be careful on that. Nah, I'm going to say that again. Let me get the microphone. You're not listening. This is something that happens in markets all the time. People can front run, getting positions now, front running the rate cut if it's going to happen. The market starts running. Boom, 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 boom. So they're buying the rumor of the rate cut. And then when it happens, they sell the news. It's called buy the rumor, sell the news. Be careful. I don't know what the market is going to do. Neither do you. So if you're in position, and I think you should be, because that rate cut can cause this thing to explode for sure. A couple things going to happen, right? He's either hawkish and like, I don't really want to cut rates or not a rate cut at all. Market will tank. Done. Right? Money is still expensive for all these big boy companies. Boom, right? So I'm serious. Or he can come on and be very dovish and say, yeah, we're going to do a rate cut and it could be 25 or 50 basis points. I don't know. And the market rallies and continues to rally and just goes crazy. And y'all are like, yeah. Or what I explained to you could happen. People are getting positions now, buying the rumor of the rate cut. And then when it hits, like on Wednesday, they sell the news. If they buy the rumor and sell the news, be prepared to get out of your trades and take your profits and get the hell off the table. Take your money, take your ball. The street light is on. Take your ball, go in the house, and you're done playing for today. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay? Seriously, be prepared for that. Don't be up in there talking about, oh, Wednesday at the rate cut is gone, I'm going crazy. Be prepared to take your profits, get your ass out the market, and wait for the market to pull back or something. I'm telling you, be prepared for anything. Listen, am I keeping it real with y'all, or am I keeping it real with y'all? Or how this thing could go? I'm trying to prepare you because I don't want y'all to be up, you know what I'm saying, over the weekend, your portfolio going crazy and you getting FOMO and you going, you taking loans out and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying, you selling rims and you know what I'm saying, you taking cash out advances on your credit card. And it's a buy the rumor, sell the news event and you get wiped. That's nasty work. That's nasty work. I'm trying to prepare you that it can run and go crazy. Cool. We want that to happen. But if it's a sell the, buy the rumor, sell the news event, you don't want that to happen. Or if he's very hawkish and he don't cut rates at all, the market will absolutely just, the bottom will fall out this bitch. Okay, so I'm prepared. I'm up. I'm looking good. I got about 11 G. Let's look at these. Let's see where I'm at on these for those. So I'm about 11 G's on this one. It'll fluctuate and all that. So that's 11 on the long. That's the current long term. On this scalping joint, I'm up about 8 G's over here with about 71,000 in that one. Those assets, about 71 G's in that. Okay, so that's on that, on the scalp joint. On the short term, I'm up about 10 G's on the short term, right? With about 51,000 over there, almost 52. That'll work. Okay, and then on this account up here, that's the current account. We will slide up here and click on this account. And let's see where we are on this one. I'm up about 2,300 on this one right here. About 10 G's over here. So that ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? Pushing somewhere around, I don't know, close to like 30 or something, like wherever it is. But I'm expecting whatever happens over the weekend, if the market starts going crazy, you know what I'm saying? That 32K could easily run up to like 50, 60,000 like this. And then I'll be actively resetting my stop losses to protect the capital. Let me show you what I mean when I say that. In case y'all don't know, you've never seen it before. So let's just pick something. Let's pick this Bitcoin. Okay, here's Bitcoin right here. All right, and let's go here and show you what I'm talking about. Let's get rid of. I'm gonna actively start turning on. So if I click on this Bitcoin, right here, I just erased the current stop loss so you see it. So here you can see that this is my entry point. Look at all these trades, by the way. If you want to know if I actively trade Bitcoin, each one of these arrows is me opening and closing trades up and down. Somebody say, God dang, I know. It's not a serious business. So, but this is where my entry point is, right? And so clearly you can see here, right? Let me put this up here to like a 4 hour, right? You can see, look. So here's my entry point right there, right? And I'm up. You can see I'm up on this trade about $1,400. Let's make sure. I'm up about $1,400 on this. And so where are you going to put your stop loss? Well, currently the Bitcoin is up here. So that's my entry point. Bitcoin's up here. Watch this. I can hover over this, right? And see where it says add a take profit. I can add a take profit or I can add a stop loss just by dragging this. So I can do something like I can take the stop loss and I can drag it up like this. And what have I done actively, right? Bitcoin is up here. My entry point is here. I took this and dragged it up. It means I'm protecting $674 by dragging my stop loss up under this level of support down right here. So if Bitcoin was to, for whatever reason, if it was to come sliding down like this, it would stop me out of this trade at $674 profit, right? I don't want it way up here because if this is too close to the price action, then it can stop me out the trade and close to this 1,400. And I think I'm going to make way more than this. So I'm just doing right here and I'll just judge it from there. But right now I'm protecting about $700 in this trade. I'm basically protecting half of where we are, right? If something crazy happens, I make about 50% of where it is right now. But I want way more than 1,400. So I'm just keeping it away from that price action. Just protect some of it and just keep it away from wicks and all of that and just let it continue to run. And then as it continues to run up more, I'll gradually move my stop loss up, constantly protecting the gains. Right? Somebody say, well, I didn't even know you can do that. I didn't even know that you can, in my Cat Williams voice, I didn't even know you can just drag the little line right there, the red line, and just put it right there up under that other little green thing. I I ain't even know you can do that. In my Cat Williams voice. I didn't even know that was even a. I didn't even know you can do that. And protect the gains. So I'll do that for all of my trades. Everything is up, like I think it's like $30-some thousand, something like that. I'll go in and I'll move my stop losses up, keep it away from the price action, but move it up enough to where I can protect probably 20 G's. Right? Worst thing that can happen if the some shit pop off and go crazy, I get stopped out and at 20,000, I'll be mad about that. I'll be mad about 20,000. I'm ready for 80 to 100. I'm ready for 80 to 100. I'll be mad about 20 racks, man. I promise you I'll be mad about that. So I got to just keep my stop losses way down close to my entry point. Shoot. Calvin J54 said, you funny, bro. I ain't even know we can do that. Just take the little red line and just put it all the way up there with the other little green lines and all them things. Yo, I gotta get up out of here, man. I gotta start my weekend like right now when I get off of this joint. I got 2 videos that I put on my TikTok timeline. Go check those out. They're basically quotes, but I like them. I like the quotes. Go check them out and comment on them. I got 2 other things that I'll put up there too when I get off. I'm gonna publish those. If I've earned the right to do business with you, check out my website. Go here to blockchainbullhorn.com. If you go to blockchainbullhorn.com, I have some featured products over here that you can take advantage of. This is a crypto trading course, teaches you how to trade with leverage and all of this stuff. And this right here teaches you, how to get into crypto, protect your crypto assets, which ones to buy, you know what I'm saying, and what exchange to use and why to use it. All kind of stuff is in here. This is a cheat guide. Super dope, by the way. Grab this. And if you are somebody who commutes or someone who works out at the gym or whatever, this is the combo pack. It's got an audio version as well. So you got the digital version and the audio version in this combo pack. I don't know if you want to choose either one of these or all of them or 2. I have no idea. I can tell you this. These 2 things together are absolutely potent and they're worth it 100%. If you were trying to look for the price too, let me make sure, because I don't gatekeep about price. I'm very proud of what I put out there. I stand by it 100%, and I'm always live showcasing the things that I have in these very products. So there's the prices. Here's the website, blockchainbullhorn.com. If I've earned the right to do business with you, check those out. If I haven't, then, just keep coming back to the lives and see if I can say something or motivate you and do something to where like, and trust me, because people only do business with people that they know, like, and trust. Let's keep it real. So if this is your first time, you're not obligated to do anything and make any decisions tonight. Just give it a couple more times or something like that. But for those of you who've been watching me, this is your second or third time or something. Stop. You know what's up. You know how I roll. This information is dope. All right, so I'm going to enjoy my weekend. Listen, I'm going to look you in the face. Ladies and gentlemen, you're all kings and queens. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. I constantly pray for you, your families, and your community. Be a pillar in your community. Go out there and get your financial freedom if that's what you're looking for. If you're just looking for, just some comfort, let's do that. All right? There is a way to do it before AI comes around here and disrupts everything that you're doing right now. Did I say that out loud? Did I say that out loud? But before artificial intelligence comes around and disrupts everything that you got, that you hold dear. Okay. With that being said, I'm going to get off because I don't want the smoke. I don't want you looking at me like that. I'm getting out of here. Peace out. Enjoy your weekend. Make smart. Okay. With that being said, I'm going to get off because I don't want the smoke. I don't want you looking at me like that. I'm getting out of here. Peace out. Enjoy your weekend. Make smart.